Hi students, today our continuation topic that is flyweight design pattern. In this we are studying about the structure. Structure in the sense a graphical notation of a class and objects, how to interact. That scenario will be represented as shown you in a class structure and as well as object structure. The above diagram represents the class structure. The below diagram, following diagram, object diagram, it shows how the flyweights are shared. We are using sharing some number of large number of objects efficiently. Okay, here look at the diagram, the structure. In this class, the class name here flyweight factory, and it returns the operation get flyweight key. Here we are studying here, it returns if flyweight of key exists, it returns already existing flyweight objects, or otherwise else create new flyweight and add it to pool of flyweights, and finally it return to the new flyweight. Okay, here the flyweight class is the operation extrinsic states are not constants. It needs for to be calculated purpose. The flyweight class extends the subclasses concrete flyweight and one more unshaded concrete flyweight. Here we are performing some operation on extrinsic states and intrinsic states. And coming to this side, unshaded or concrete flyweight subclass, we are performing some operation extrinsic states and all states. Here we have to be considered one more client. Coming to the following object diagram structure, it shows how flyweights are shared here. A client will give a flyweight pool, a concrete flyweight subclass, intrinsic states, and one more a concrete flyweight intrinsic states. Here just one object can create a more number of objects using we are sharing to support efficiently. Okay, it is used to create n number of objects here. Coming to the participant section, how those classes and objects collaborate to interact that particular scenario. In structure we use already flyweight. In the sense it's a glyph is an subtract class which are present for all the graphical objects in the document structure. Okay, what this glyph flyweight glyph, in the sense it declares an interface through which flyweights can receive and act on extrinsic states. And coming to the subclass of flyweight, concrete flyweight. Here we are studying about some characters. In the sense we need to implement the flyweight interface and we need to add storage for intrinsic states. So if a concrete flyweight object must be shareable, any state it stores must be intrinsic, that is it must be independent of the concrete flyweight object context. And coming to the third participant, unshared concrete flyweight, it consists of some rows and columns. Not all flyweight subclasses need to be shared. So the flyweight interface, it must and should be able to be sharing. It enables to sharing. It does not enforce it. So it's very commonly useful for unshared concrete flyweight objects. We need to have some concrete flyweight objects as a children at some level in the flyweight object structure. So it is as the row and column classes have. And coming to the one more participant here, flyweight factory. Flyweight factory, we need to get some flyweight keys. We need to creating and we are supposed to managing the flyweight objects to make sure that flyweights are shared properly. When a client requests a flyweight, the flyweight factory object supplies already an existing instance or to be created once if none there exist. Okay, and coming to the client section part of the structure, what is a client? The client performs some operation here. Client should maintain a reference. Client should maintain a reference to a flyweights. So we need to compute or we need to store the extrinsic states of flyweights. Okay, extrinsic states in the sense bahya sthiti in Telugu we call it as. Okay, coming to the collaboration section, how we want to collaborate those classes and objects and to carry out their particular responsibilities in the sense, first of all we need to state that a flyweight needs to function is must and should be characterized as either intrinsic or extrinsic state. First of all we need to declare, and then intrinsic state is stored in the concrete flyweight object and extrinsic state is stored or we want to be calculated by client side objects. So the client pass this state to the flyweight object when they invoke in the sense when they calling its operations. And coming to the second key point, clients should not instantiate concrete flyweight directly. So the client must obtain or attain concrete flyweight objects exclusively from the flyweight factory object to make sure that they are shared properly. Okay, this is the concept of a collaboration. And coming to the consequences. Consequences in the sense, we want to describe these results of applying whatever this underlying this pattern. Okay, here listen carefully. The flyweight may introduced at runtime custom. So here associated with transferring and findings and or computing extrinsic states, and we need to say especially if it was formally stored an intrinsic states. So however such costs are offset by space savings which increases as more flyweights are to be shared. Here some of the storage savings are a function of several factors we need to be studied here. So the first one here is the reduction in the total number of instances that comes from sharing, and the second key point the amount of intrinsic states per object, and the third key point whether extrinsic state is computed or stored. Okay, and coming to the more important the flyweight are shared, the greater the storage savings. Here the savings are should be very enhanceable with the amount of shared state. So the greatest savings occur when the objects we are used substantial quantities of both intrinsic state and extrinsic states. Here we mention the extrinsic state, it can be computed rather than stored. Then you save on storage in two ways. Okay, we are storage then you can save on storage in two ways. The first one is sharing reduces the cost of intrinsic state and you trade off extrinsic states for the purpose of computation time, how much you have to be calculated. Okay, the extrinsic states are not constants, it need to be calculated purpose. So here the flyweight pattern is oftenly combined with the composite pattern. If you know composite, we need to compose objects to represent a tree structures as a part or hierarchy. Okay, hierarchical structure as a graph with shared leaf nodes. So a consequence of sharing is that flyweight leaf nodes cannot store a pointer to their parent. So rather than the parent pointer is passed to the flyweight as part of its extrinsic states. So this has to be a major impact on how those objects in the hierarchy communicate with each other. Okay, this is the concept of consequences purpose. And coming to the implementation section, what in this implementation section we need to study about the 2 points. Implementation section, issues when we are implementing the flyweight design pattern. The first one is removing extrinsic states. Yes, exactly, we have to be removing extrinsic states. In the sense, the pattern applicability is determined largely by how easy it is to identify extrinsic states, and we need to remove it from shared objects. So removing extrinsic states won't help reduce storage cost. So if there are as many different kinds of extrinsic states as there are objects before we are sharing. Okay, so ideally extrinsic states can be computed from a separate object structure, one with for smaller storage requirements. So coming to our curriculum in the concept in our document editor, for example, we can store a map of typographic information in a separate structure, rather than we need to store the font and type style with each character object. So the map keeps track of runs of characters with the same typographic attributes. So whenever a character draws itself, it receives its typographic attributes. So as a side effect of the draw traversal, because here the documents normally just we use a few different fonts and styles, and we are storing this particular information externally to each character. So far it should be more efficient than storing it internally. Okay, and coming to the second key point here, the implementation, managing shared objects. What we are managing here, shared objects, in the sense, because objects are shared, the client should not instantiate them directly. Okay, so flyweight factory lets the client locate a particular flyweight. So the flyweight factory objects oftenly use an associative store to let the clients look up flyweights of interest. In the sense, for example, the flyweight factory design pattern in the document editor example can keep a table of flyweights indexed by character codes. So the manager returns the proper flyweight given its code, and we are creating the flyweight if it does not already exist. Likewise, shareability also implies some form of reference counting, or we can say garbage collection, to reclaim a flyweight's storage. So when it's no longer needed, however, neither it is very necessary if the number of flyweights is fixed and small. For example, flyweight for the ASCII character we need to set there. In that case, the flyweights are worth keeping around permanently. Okay, this is the concept of implementation section. And coming to the known uses, what are the examples of this flyweight design pattern in the real world systems? Okay, if you see now, known uses here, interviews 3.0 we have to be conducted. Concept of flyweight objects was first described and explored as a design technique. First of all, we need to take as a design technique concept of flyweight object is to first described and explored. And coming to the doc, already say document editor, we are using some glyph objects to represent each character in the document. We need to suppose it to build one glyph instance for each character in a particular style. So a character intrinsic state consists of the character code and its style information. So only we are taking the position is extrinsic, and and making a document editor fast. So the documents are very represented by a class document and which acts as the flyweight factory. And coming to the ET++, in this concept we are uses of flyweights. We need to support look and feel independence. The look and feel standard affects the layout, in the sense the appearance of the particular layout or document of user interface elements and their decorations, whatever you are adding some embellishments. A widget delegates all its layout and we are drawing behavior to a separate layout object. In the sense we are taking a widget delegates all its layout and we are drawing the particular behavior to a separate layout object. We are changing the layout object changes the look and feel standards even at runtime especially. So the layout objects are essential or very important strategies and a strategy object implemented as a flyweight design pattern. And coming to the related patterns of flyweight design pattern. Related patterns of flyweight design pattern. The first one is composite. Already we should know about the composite. We need to suppose to compose objects to tree structure represent as a part whole hierarchy. It is the best usage of here flyweight pattern. Is oftenly combined to implement a logically hierarchical structures in terms of a directed acyclic graph with shared leaf nodes. And coming to the state and strategy design pattern, it is also very oftenly best we need to implement these objects as flyweights. And coming to the abstract factory, already if you know abstract factory, another approach we need to follow here look and feel independent standards. How we want to decorating the layout and the document editor, okay, which are present in the document structure. These are the related patterns: composite, state and strategy, and finally abstract factory design pattern. Up to now, thank you ma. If you have any doubts, can you please contact to me related to the flyweight design pattern. Thank you one and all.